Hi everybody, it's Chana Talks Live TV. I'm Chana Gilman, your relationship mastery mentor. I posted Chana Talks 12 and then forgot to do the video. People, I have to tell you, I have so much to say. I just had an experience on the phone where I got so riled, so upset. I'm sorry if I'm dark. My phone doesn't seem to handle it. I'm in the shade because it's hot, so here we are. You can hear me, we're good. I just got so riled up on the phone. And to practice what I preach, rather than pace my apartment and the injustice and how right I am, I said the heck with that, and I came down. I'm doing a video for all of you because when I talk to you, I always feel better. Learn to attach yourself to your success. Hi, Chana. Learn to attach yourself to what works rather than staying in what is just old indignation, righteousness. Can you believe? I'm done with that. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So I have a few things to say. Judaism teaches us that our face is public property. That because everybody else sees it, it's how people view us. If I'm scrawly, if I'm angry, do you smile? Do you sit in a class instead of deeply listening with kind of a, you know how that encourages the speaker? I'm a public speaker. Do you give smiles? A story came to me today, and as I told you yesterday, I never script myself, but the story came to me. It was one of the saddest days of my life. I don't remember if it was pre-divorce or post-divorce, but I was living in Israel, and I was so down, and it either was definitely imminent or had just happened. And I was going to meet a friend. I just got off the bus, and I was walking through the residential area of an area called Ramat Eshkol, and I was meeting a friend for coffee in the mall there. And as I was walking, I don't know what my face looked like. It couldn't be happy. And a girl was walking toward me, a married young woman, pushing a stroller, a baby in the stroller, and a toddler holding on. I don't think I even looked at her. We passed, and about 5 feet away, she yells, "Are you Mrs. Gilman?" And I turned around and I said, "Yes, I am." And she came back to me and she said, "Mrs. Gilman, you don't know me, but I spoke to you you spoke to us in seminary about 8 years ago. And your talk changed my life and set me on a different direction. And I was able to marry, hi Orly, I was able to marry a much better quality guy because of your talk. And I just want you to know that these 2 children are yours." Is that a kiss from God or what? In my most down moment, thanks Orly, we never, ever know the impact that we are having on people. Did I know 8 years ago when I spoke to her seminary is when Jewish girls take a gap year after high school and go and study in Israel for a year. And when I spoke in all the seminaries in Israel every year, did I know 8 years prior that I would meet this girl and get this compliment? Right? We don't know how and why things are happening in our lives. So whenever I hear 2 or 3 things or 2 or 3 opportunities come to me, that is something I act on. So it happens that yesterday I got 2 personal private messages from mothers who are having, with older children, difficulty with their kids, their children that they haven't seen for a long time. How do I get my kid to, come back into my life? One saw the kid for the first time in a very long time and texted, "Nothing changed. Nothing was resolved." Oh, my heart breaks for her. Why? Because as I've been trying to relay to you in these videos, it's taken years for the relationship to get where it is, and nothing will change overnight. You have to learn how to reinvest yourself. So here's what I want to say to you. I posted a video of my of my 24-year-old son. He came to visit me last Friday for 2 hours, and I posted a video of him in there. And it's just delicious. You know, as I said, I was a speaker in Israel for 20 years. This may or may not, please let me know, whoever's on here, if this relates to you. You're a mother, you're giving, you do so much for the kids, and you never get asked, how was your day? Did it go well? Good luck on whatever you're doing that day. And I realized that my boys were not involved with me in a way that I wanted them to be. So when they were young, I started to say, do you know that mommy speaks in seminaries? No, what's a seminary? Okay. What do you talk about? I was in fashion. I give my story. Oh, okay. Wish mommy luck when I go to speak. Okay. And it would be like that all the time when they would come home or I would come home. Does anyone want to know how my talk went today? Oh yeah, how was your talk? Okay, they were 8, 9, 10 years old. Do they care? No, I cared. Then it got to, instead of me saying, you know, I'm going to speak, ask me how, wish me luck and ask me how it went, that they would walk out the door, and as they're walking out, I would say, did you forget to tell me something? And they would look at me with a blank stare. Oh yeah, you're talking today. Good luck, mommy. Okay. Then it got to where they would go out the door and come back on their own and yell from the doorway, Mommy, good luck on your talk. Right? To where now it is, my son called me from Israel last night. He's a 26-year-old father. He called me from Israel last night and said what he had to say. My granddaughter was getting a cast off of her leg. She's a year and a half. And he said, listen, Mommy, I may not get to you tomorrow before your talk. I have a speaking engagement on Wednesday, which I guess why this is on my mind. Heather Dean is in the house. Woohoo! Thank you. So he called, we talked about my daughter, and at the end he goes, Mommy, listen, I may not get to you before your talk, but hatzlacha, good luck. Do you see the progression of how they were taught? I got a text from my son today. Ayala, hi, woohoo. I got a text from my flight attendant son. I'm asking again, how are you? So I went back and I looked at the text, and yesterday he had sent me a text and he wrote, how are you? And I didn't answer. He's plugged in. Do you get that? So I wrote, I'm doing great. How are you? Where are you? And we talked on the phone. Ladies, if you want something, now let's move this on to husbands. How many of you want to be asked, how was your day? How was that business meeting you had? How did that go for you today? And you don't get asked. So there could be a lot of shalom bias issues in there, which I'm not going to address here. But one of the things I want to tell you is that it's so important that you train who's in your life to what you need, right? If you're not feeling appreciated, unheard, uncared about because nobody's reflecting back on your day, number one, are you doing it for them? And number two, are you expressing that, you know, when I share that I have a business meeting, it would mean a lot when I get home that you ask me how it is. Now, don't say it once and then get so angry tomorrow because he didn't do it again. When you come home, start talking. You know, my business meeting went really well. 5 or 6 times later, you'll probably get, oh yeah, how was it? Don't be mean, because it is mean, not to show people what you need, what you'd like, and how you feel appreciated. It's mean not to tell people. That goes for girlfriends, sisters, my kids. They are today so... I told my son today I'm speaking tomorrow night. He goes, okay, this is my schedule. I may not get to you, but I want to hear about it on Thursday. When he was 9, 10, and 12, he said it because mommy made him say it. I was teaching him something. But when they say it today, it's like their next breath. It's ingrained. You ask how it went. You say hello. You say goodbye. If you want your kids to do something, you have to teach them to do it. And you have to model it. I ask my kids, how did it go? You told me Ayala was getting her cast off. I'm calling to see how it went. Hey, Renee, hi. I'm calling to see how it went. Model the behavior for your children that you want to see. Invest yourselves in them so they want to invest in you. Helene, hi. I am giving you gold here. This is so important. You have to know when you appreciate it, absolutely. And if they, now that's for the good, you know. I got a text from my son, one of my sons, 3 or 4 days ago, last week, I don't know, sometime last week. I've been thinking all day how lucky I am to have you as my mother, with a big heart. Wow. Wow, I didn't see that coming. And I didn't write, oh my gosh, that's so nice, you never say that. What made you say it? What do you need? What do you want? No, I knew that was heartfelt. I wrote back how much I appreciate it, and a few days later I told him in a text, I keep reading your text and you have no idea how much it meant to me and means to me. Yeah, okay, well 4 days later he's not into that emotion anymore and guys shut down. That's just being a guy. But what was my point? He's going, yeah, okay. But by letting him know how much it keeps meaning, it's positive reinforcement, right? And that's for husbands, that's for kids. I think it even goes for training dogs. I don't have one, but you know, this all matters. My point is, do you let people know what you want, what you need, and why you need it? Ladies, this goes for husbands or kids that aren't taking out the garbage. And you've asked 100 times. Well, 101 times isn't going to make him take it out either. Do they know what the garbage means to you? When you take out the garbage, you have no idea how supported I would feel. It shows me that you want to be responsible with me. It shows me that my requests matter to you. Yeah, even the garbage. So that's my story. Those are some of my how-tos. You know, I always felt for years after my divorce, I am not your address for shalom bias. And I still, you know, I got divorced and I'm not remarried yet. But through the work that I do, I have learned that it really isn't about the husband, the kid, the sister, the boss. It's about how I'm showing up in my world with the people in my world. You see, relationships are on 2 levels. All human relationships. It starts with the relationship you have with yourself and the relationship you have with those in your life. And I'm all about the relationship you have with yourself. If you want to get that back, if you want to get that back, I'm your address. I am your address. Because, again, you aren't broken and you don't need fixing. But so many things can be so off and you don't know why. And part of the reason is all the gook that's been layered on top of you. Life force sucked out, and you begin to think it's all your fault. No, you're not broken. You don't need fixing. I don't fix anyone. But I can definitely get you to build that confidence, get you back to your true self. Back, not rediscover and become a new woman. I'm back to Chana Gilman. Who do you see yourself as? Think back to who you were at the time that you see yourself as the most vibrant, fun-loving girl, woman. It could be a 7-year-old where you just were so unself-conscious, laughed at everyone, played with everybody. You weren't looking for the Let's get you back there. I can do that for all of you. And that's why it doesn't matter who you are. As long as you're a spiritual woman, if you're an entrepreneur and you're successful, let's take it higher. If you've got issues with so many people, who's the common denominator with all those so many people? It's you. It's you. Let's realign. That's what happened for me, ladies. I realigned. I'm back. And instead of sitting with what upset me just before this video, I know what makes me feel good. And I came down and did it because I don't stay there anymore. Your inner vibration, your energy is like a radio. It only needs a tweak. You just have to shift the dial a little. If you're listening and you want the program on 790 AM, but you're on 720 FM, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get the radio vibrations. You just have to tweak it a little to turn it to the station you want. It's in your hands. Take it back now. Call me. Have a call with me. Please share these videos. I know women need to hear this message. I love that you show up and comment and send hearts and stars. Oh, do you know I feel so much better? So that's what I want to tell you. Be selfish. I was selfish for myself right now. I fought myself. I took care of myself by coming and making this video for you because it helps me. Self-care is selfish, and I want you to be that kind of selfish. You matter. You come first. You are beautiful women. Own it. Own it. I said something yesterday. I don't know if it was in my group or in the public video. Excuse me. And now my mind just went blank. What did I say? Please join my Facebook group. You're all welcome. Good stuff in there. Amazing women. If you send anyone to my YouTube channel, up here my picture pops up. Click it, subscribe to the channel, send anyone that's not on social media there. I love you. You always make me feel better. And I love feeling love and yummy. You are beautiful. Own it. Have a great day, everybody.